Listen carefully, my love. This is what Jesus is saying to your heart. I appear in the stillness where your mind struggles with the unknown. Not in thunder or fire. I arrive like a calm that calms your inner storm. You have been going through nights when you doubted your value, days that seemed heavy, and moments that appeared to go on forever. However, I can assure you that you have not been forgotten. Heaven has seen every sigh, every tear, and every time you persevered. When your spirit was weary, your name has been uttered before my throne by the angels who are carrying your prayers like incense. I've heard them all too. You might not be aware of how near the pivotal moment you are. Holy ground is the area that feels shaky beneath your feet. Here you stand where endings give way to beginnings. I observe how you struggle to maintain your optimism in the face of overwhelming terror. I can see how you keep your suffering to yourself so that people won't worry, and I can understand your occasional concern about whether people would notice if you broke. I saw my child, I'm close. I have placed numerous angels around you to watch over your steps, keep your calm, and bear my weight when you are unable to. This season isn't about punishment. It's a time to get ready. You are becoming more sophisticated, not falling behind. I am shaking what cannot endure and removing what was never meant to be, leaving only what is true. I gave you permission to stand in the dark, where faith must breathe on its own, in response to your prayer for greater faith. I guided you into the storm, so you may find the tranquility that the world cannot take away from you because you asked for it. I started by teaching you endurance, since you asked for success, because true success is determined by who you become. When everything is put to the test, not by what you acquire. Hey, close attention, I'm fortifying you for something bigger. A favor has been placed on your name. No human hand can close the open doors that are already inscribed in your story. But when your heart opens, you have to guard it. Not everyone who applauds you is sincere. Your best interests are not shared by everyone who calls you by name. For that reason, I'll say it again. Protect your soul. Keep your peace. Your soul is too valuable to exchange for recognition or acceptance. Even as you read these words, angels are fighting for your future. They have been dispatched to guard the entrance to your future. Darkness that seeks to postpone your blessing is pushed back by them. When discouragement whispers that you are too tiny or too late, they give you power. The enemy uses stress, worrying, and bewilderment to wear you down. But today I'm ending that cycle. You'll get back up, you'll have clear thinking. You won't be afraid of disappointment. When you dream again, I am mending the parts of you that have been ripped apart by grief, fear, or betrayal. Lord, when will it be? My time is what you prayed. It's coming sooner than you think, my child. But I have to ground you in reality. Before you enter the new, I have to remind you of your identity. You are not an error, we don't forget you. You are neither too far behind nor too far gone. You have been selected, they see you. You're being carried. Your love and support mean everything to us as we continue sharing God's message of hope, faith, and blessings. If this message has touched your heart, we humbly invite you to show your gratitude by giving at least $11. Super thanks are your choice each month. Whoever can give super thanks, please give as much as possible. And whoever cannot, please try to read this message completely. Your generosity helps us create more uplifting content that inspires souls and brings people closer to God. By clicking the Super Thanks button below, you're not just supporting our work, you're becoming a part of this divine mission to spread God's love to those who need it most. Thank you for your kindness. Stay blessed, stay joyful, and may God's grace always be with you. The sky always answered your whispers. Jesus, help me. An angel recorded each time you felt invisible and delivered it to my Father. You've never been on your own. My presence is all around you, even now. My spirit is still igniting something fresh within you. In this next phase of your life, exercise caution. Opportunities that appear favorable but are not divine will present themselves. Some people may seem spiritual, but they are confused. Wait for what shines with tranquility instead than chasing what shines. Your compass is my tranquility. I am wherever there is serenity. I'm out of any confusion that arises. Courage and judgment will be needed in the coming days. Courage, not fear. Trust, not terror. I've prepared you for what's ahead, more than what I have prepared you to bear. I will not permit to touch you. However, I am now calling you higher. You are being called to transcend survival and reach spiritual development. I wish for you to have strong roots, a stable soul, and a clear head. Speak my name, Jesus, whenever anxiety attempts to get within. Say it again when you feel afraid. Jesus, my name is a shield, not just a sound. Heaven reacts each time you speak it. Angels move whenever you whisper it. When you speak my name, don't undervalue the power you possess. You have been requesting a sign from me to indicate my proximity. This word is your signal. I am confirming to you that I have not abandoned you with this very communication, that you are being led by me, that everything, even the difficult things, is a part of a divine plan for success. You find yourself in the midst of a working miracle. Even though you can't see it now, heaven is working things out for you. Listen, my darling, and remain motionless. No guy can close the doors I'm about to unlock for you. I've set aside opportunities in your name, so you'll locate them that others missed. You will get back the time you believed was wasted. The individuals who left created room for divine alignment. I'm not robbing you of anything to harm you, in order for you to bear the burden of what comes ahead. I am trimming you if your spirit senses this word type. I trust you, Jesus, because the foundation of your miracle is this trust. You open the gates of heaven over your circumstances when you put your trust in me in the face of uncertainty. Angels work faster than lightning to carry out my will for your life. The instant you decide to put your faith above your fears, they're not running late, we don't forget you. Everything that has been postponed will finally come together. You will discover how to recognize the blessing in disguise in the upcoming chapter. You'll be grateful for both what I offered and what I didn't give. You'll come to understand that some no's were actually divine protection. There were some angelic deviations, and there were heartbreaks that were divine rescues. There was no waste, something timeless was watered by each tear. Don't lose sight of me. Even though the world's cacophony will increase, my voice will always be peaceful. Be mindful of your time, be mindful. Be careful with your soul, because one of the enemy's most effective tools is diversion. If he can just keep you too busy to listen to me, he doesn't have to ruin you. However, I'm recentering you today. I'm drawing your focus back to what really counts. Your mission, your calling, and your faith. You're not in the rear. You're on time. Heaven doesn't work in human time. I've been working while you've been waiting. I've been repairing while you've been resting. You are entering a time of transition, when anxiety will give way to calm, when confusion will be quieted by clarity, and when your spirit will once again be strengthened. You will experience miracles because you believed in them, not because you pleaded for them. Because of obedience rather than luck, you will see doors open. You will rise because of my power within you, not because of your own. Light will follow you into rooms as you enter. The air will be filled with serenity. When you speak, angels will answer your prayers. I'm teaching you how to wield the authority that heaven has given you. Decisions made in the coming months will influence the years to come. Thus exercise wisdom. Don't hurry before you act. Say a prayer, hold off on responding. Go forward if you feel at peace. Pause if you sense pressure. Never be afraid, my spirit guides with tenderness. The opposition manipulates by creating a sense of urgency and confusion, but my leadership instills confidence. You will gain meaning even if you lose some folks. You may abandon certain plans, but you will fulfill commitments. You will never be alone. Even though you might feel lonely for a while, my angels will be by your side. Through you, my spirit will communicate, and I will go before you, your Savior. And know that I am not far away, even now when the atmosphere changes, and the burden on your soul starts to seem both heavier and more holy. To me, every sigh you let out, and every tear you let fall into the silence, is sacrosanct. You haven't lost your way. You have been traversing the halls of being, where I rebuild, remodel, and refine. The quiet you've experienced was the hallowed space of preparation, not of punishment. I kept you hidden to deepen you, not to deprive you. I cloaked you to bolster the flame that would one day blaze, and afraid of the wind or the dark, not to dim your light. Both exposing and rooting have their proper times. You've been in the root season, my love, and before long, the soul won't hold what I've been growing inside of you. Before the light floods the horizon, you will initially sense it as a faint stirring, similar to the gentle tremor of dawn. You'll start to see that everything that seemed to be delayed was actually synchronized by God. The closed doors served as diversions rather than denials, guiding you in the direction of things that would not only keep you alive, but also change you. You'll discover that the plans that fell through, the friendships that waned, and the prayers that seemed to go unanswered were all parts of a divine plan in which nothing was wasted, and every pain was turned into an altar. Although you have been requesting proof, it is already beginning to take shape in your soul. The change occurs within, before showing up on the outside, through your perseverance, your tears, and the patience you exercised while no one cheered. I am giving birth to something not for your own glory, but as a living example of what unwavering faith can become when it is in the hands of God. What you have carried in private is about to be echoed in public. You have been concealed for the benefit of the world, not from it. Your silent lessons will soon become the knowledge that helps others weather their storms. All of your covert conflicts will soon serve as evidence that my strength was always present in your narrative, and every not yet I've given you was a whisper of timing, rather than a rejection, because I prepare, not withhold. I remember, I fulfill, and now the moment is approaching when your patience will be greeted by fulfillment. But listen to me, my love. Take your time with the holy process. Don't attempt to outpace grace's rhythm. I am creating something eternal in you, because things that are eternal are never created quickly. Allow the events to unfold at their perfect speed. I am aware of how lengthy the wait has been. I am aware that there are evenings when you wonder if I still hear your prayers. However, I was present during every waiting period, witnessing your unwavering confidence. Heaven heard you whispering, I still trust you, and creation kept a record of it. Your voice has been heard in areas you cannot yet perceive, and the cosmos bends toward the voice of faith. Your prayers have accumulated, layered, and are now prepared to flow forth in heavenly fulfillment. They have not just disappeared into thin air. The potential developed rather than vanished. The fruit that was developing in secrecy will now ripen in the open. When what first felt like loss turns into the basis for greater gain, you will know that I was involved when the exact things you believe were lost forever start to reappear in new cleansed forms. you will realize how wise I am. The connections I rebuild, the hopes I revive, the tranquility I bring back, all of them will return refined, not recycled. Old seasons won't be repeated. New ones will emerge for you. You will be regenerated, not just recovered, because it has been nourished by faith rather than comfort. The light you believed you had lost will shine brighter. Indeed, there will be times when you'll wonder how you got here. This serenity after the turmoil, this tranquility after the storm. You will come to understand that you were sustained by the same God who permitted the shaking. The strength you currently possess was formed in the furnace of unseen perseverance. So you will realize that it was not cheap. And I'll make advantage of that power. I will transport you to locations where your very presence can cure. I will use your narrative to awaken the lost, your words to uplift the tired, and your compassion to heal the broken, because your path was always about the people who would eventually find me through your testimony, not just about you. Therefore, don't hate the procedure. Don't be afraid of the wait. All of the maturity your waiting has generated will be needed for what I am bringing to pass. You won't be timid or unsure. When you start this following phase, you will walk with holy assurance, because you know who is walking with you, not because everything is flawless. Only you will understand the intimacy that led to your breakthrough. Even if the world will witness it, only you will remember the soul, the tears, the loneliness, the tenacity, the silent times when you decided to worship rather than fret, but they will see the fruit. That's where we first met. You were unstoppable at that point. Now, dear, take a deep breath and let go of the anxiety of falling behind. You are in alignment, not behind for what is going to happen. You are precisely where I need you to be. I am not late, and you are not either. Even as you read these words, the parts are coming together. Your doubts cannot comprehend how close the things you have prayed for are. I am arranging divine gatherings, coordinating divine schedules, and creating divine channels. What has been hidden will soon be exposed, and you will realize that the waiting was actually the birthplace of your greatest miracle. And don't back down when the time comes. Never doubt your deservingness of the blessing. The reason you are walking into it is because I ordained it, not because you earned it. You have my favor because you are faithful, not because you are perfect. When others departed, you remained. When reason told you to give up, you believed it. When sight failed you, you trusted. And heaven moved on your behalf because of that faith, that silent, uncelebrated, unwavering trust. So, my child, raise your eyes. The horizon is bright. The morning has arrived and is no longer a promise. The season you've been longing for is finally here. A new story is being written in the light by the same hand that got you through the dark. Be brave and walk, be thankful. When you speak, remain calm. You are the miracle in action. You are no longer waiting for it. The world will soon witness what I have been cultivating within you. And I want you to keep in mind something precious. When that time comes, when the daybreak you have been waiting for finally arrives, I was the destination, not the breakthrough. The purpose of every locked door, long night, and unanswered prayer was to help you better appreciate my love, not to make you doubt it, because love is demonstrated by perseverance rather than easy, and you have persevered, my darling, through the fire. You have remained near despite the silence. You have stayed loyal. Even if your hands shook and your heart doubted, you still made the decision to trust. My heart is moved by that. Heaven refers to that as victory. Walk carefully as you enter what I have prepared. Remember the silence that let you hear me, the emptiness that helped you trust me, and the terrors that helped you learn to rely on me. Don't let plenty cause you to lose sight of the one who provided for you while you were in need. You have been purified so that your heart would cling to me rather than the gifts when they come, in order for you to live from a greater sense of who you are, chosen, loved, equipped, and unstoppable in my grace. I did not prepare this new season so that you would merely celebrate what you have. You will enter the spaces you once prayed to be in, but you will no longer look there for approval. Where your voice once faltered, it will now bear the weight of compassion and truth as you speak. You'll glance around and notice that, not because the mountain changed, but because you did. You can now do what seemed impossible before. You will observe the wisdom that envelops you, the clarity that emanates from you, and the serenity that envelops you, all results of the holy process that you once wanted would conclude sooner. You'll realize with tears of appreciation that it was all worthwhile. I'll put you in the company of divine connections who understand your purpose as well as your potential. I shall close doors that no evil force can reopen, and open doors that no man can close. Where you were once a nomad, I will settle you. You'll see that every setback was a necessary reroute. Every setback is a pruning for bigger results. Every waiting period is a prelude to better stewardship. You won't ask yourself, why me? Rather, you will mutter, I am grateful that you trusted me with this journey, Lord. Additionally, when people inquire about how you survived, be honest with them and admit that you weren't alone. Tell them you were carried by grace. Tell them that love kept you going. Tell them that my faithfulness never wavered, even when yours did, because your trip was never intended to stop with you. Let your story serve as a beacon that guides others home. It was intended to reverberate throughout generations, reminding the weary that stillness is not absence, that sorrow can still give birth to beauty, and that waiting is not denial. I so provide you tranquility that will endure all storms. As heaven draws closer, I grant you resilience that will not give out in the face of fresh difficulties. I grant you the ability to see my hand at work in every little detail. And most importantly, I bestow upon you a love so whole that it dispels every remaining uncertainty. Move forth with confidence rather than fear. My dear, the upcoming season will show you who you are, not break you. You have been put to the test, honed and selected for this moment. With the knowledge that I come before you, walk by your side, and live inside you, bravely enter what I have prepared. You're prepared, you're prepared. They see you, you are incredibly liked. This is your fresh beginning, which was brought about by surrender rather than effort. Resting in who I have called you to be is more important than proving yourself. Rise, shine, and live out my vow in its entirety. Now the evening is over, it is now daybreak. Heaven as a whole exalts, declaring it is time. Please subscribe to support our channel and turn on bell notification